and maybe that's because either we change over time, like just because you are in this specific sun sign, it doesn't mean that, and that sun sign has some of these like potentially negative traits or whatever. What if you just aren't prone to those things? Or what if you just learned not to, be that way, and you've changed and you've grown? That's possible, and that's why we look at these things, so that we can grow, so that we can know ourselves better, and we can tackle some of those things. Like, I do know, like, Virgos tend to be a little bit like you shy, in the sense of, like, maybe like you didn't want to be in front of a video camera on, but that was something that was you then, but you've overcome that, right?
Yes. Yeah. And that also takes it to some other areas of the conversation. As you start to learn more about how it works, you start to find out about other positions. There's other planets. There's aspects between there's so many other things that are happening. Also, like you said, people change over time. So there's also things like your chart may have progressed. Sometimes people go and look at their progressed chart and find out, like, wow, that really does describe pretty well the way that I changed, the way that I am no longer the way that I was then, and then I'm at a different place now. And so, yeah, there's also transits, and there's all kinds of different things. Yeah, progressed chart would take a look at planets, where they've progressed to. For example, I was born a sun and moon Virgo, but if you look at my progressed chart, I am now a sun Libra, according to progressed chart.
Okay, well, I've never heard of this. It's like, what's this about? Because I do still have another question for you, but
so it's
I want
just
to hear about
as you get to be a certain age, the way that these positions have changed, then
if you were to be born
you
again
track
on the
these.
same day, or what?
Okay, so the details of that I'm not entirely sure about, because
Okay.
I've never actually. So there's a couple of different things. There's learning how to read charts. There's also learning how to cast charts, and I've never learned how the progressed charts are
Okay.
created. Like, if I was going to sit down and do it with no computer and no help from software,
Okay.
and I was going to do the real thing, you know, all the way through. So there are certain things that I do know how to do that for, and certain things I don't in astrology.
It's okay.
And so, and if you can construct like a whole entire natal chart, you know how to do every single planet, you know how to do the nodes, you know how to do like the whole thing, then that's like decades of study to be able to do that. And that's very impressive. Someday I'll come back on the show when I know how to do that, and I'll tell you. But anyhow,
Okay.
progress chart, I don't even know exactly how it's done, but I do know the basic general concept, though, which is that, has your chart progressed? Has your sun and your moon and have your signs shifted to a new place? Now, what determines at what age do you have to be where it's not just the movement of because the planets are always moving around. So it's not just, for example, we're leaving Leo season, we're about to go into Virgo season. That's not enough to say a person went from, Leo to Virgo. It's something that's over a longer period of their life. As you get to a certain age, you start to reach some of these milestones of certain things in your chart having progressed to the next thing. But exactly how it's done, I don't actually know.
Okay. Well, that's very, very interesting.